Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. Yes, we are going to be wandering around Gilded Vale now. It's going to probably be a bit of an introduction here. Ew, gory. Yes, if you're not a fan of people being hung in a giant tree, you probably want to turn away now. It can be a pretty gruesome game at times.
You must be one of the new
Games like this generally are that
Welcome
way.
to
You should know that
Vale.
coming into here. My
Be
channel
pleased
is
to know that we've
PG-13
had
after all.
some Recent vacancies here.
But yeah. A man approaches you, his skin dull and gray as the desolate village behind him. He scans you with sunken, lifeless eyes. You must be one of the new settlers. His voice is a dry croak. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies. He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree behind him with all the hanging people. Let's see. Do you welcome everyone this way? Are you mad? Let's see. I'll ask him if he welcomes everyone away. The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies around the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever conceived a hollow-born child?
He appraises you over half-moon spectacles and scratches his chin. Have you ever conceived a hollow-born child? What are you talking about?
Born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village.
Apparently, children born without souls are the hollow-born?
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly towards the deformed tree. So apparently these people are the dissidents, charlatans, and the soulless?
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
Let's see. Let's ask him about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the dry woods for almost 15 years now. Children born without souls. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe barely but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Widewind's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. So that's a bit of a background. Lord Radric decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. He nods. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understand our rules, okay? Let's go ahead and tell him 3. You'll want to mind where you mention that. Trespassing on Ingwithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Barath may have mercy, we certainly have. Barath have mercy, we certainly have. Maybe so. I don't want to tell him that, but apparently we have to. I guess we'll ask him that.
Problem. It sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Wow. So he killed her because she didn't cure their lord or something like that? Or couldn't help the lord or something? That's horrible.
If you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that. Keep out of...
Listen! 2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
His expression unreadable. He blinks slowly and turns his attention back to you. Apparently we are
3
ill-timed.
bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
Ooh, he's creepy. This guy is a little bit odd. I have a feeling Urgyat, or whatever his name is going to be a key player in this one because, well, he's voice acted, first of all. But also, he is coming across as slightly evil with, like, a weird quirk on his face and stuff like that. Let's ask him out. Okay. I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest, the inn, or stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Let's go ahead and do farewell. We don't want to get into a fight with him right now. So we got some experience from that as well. We're getting up there. We're going to almost get to level 3. So that is a plus. Suppose we could wander over here and possibly... Can we search any of their... No, we can't get over there to them. Let's go ahead and investigate the tree. See if maybe that will let us get some stuff from her. Scattered between the roots are bracelets of twine and bead, wilting flowers, and notes half erased by the rains. Okay, let's go ahead and take some mushrooms. Don't see anything that's particularly useful. We can take some of these mushrooms and stuff like that. I'm not going to try to like take anything from people, like take anything from the tables or anything like that. I'm not going to be playing the thieving route, although some people could play that in some of these games. It's not exactly a route that I want to go with. We do have no particular names here. Yeah, they're just common villagers. Then you have, yeah, Sellsword. Urgat's the only like custom named one so far. So that is a thing. We could come down here. Don't know what this place is. Let's ask him. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from his past seem to call out to you. Sure. You see a pennant waving tall and sluggish in the wind. A rising sun embroidered on the banner, the vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, if restrained, and their armor has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal, and their head stands commander. Awkward in full armor, but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist to his mouth, his countenance grim. He throws up a hand, halting his troop. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder, deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, necks twisting to see the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise from the ground as Stygian clouds race towards them overhead. The soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on his troop. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack. Interesting. I might have to go through like a second time and try to get all of these guys' backstories. Might be a little bit much to go through and do all of them and actually talk about these. Child, probably not going to give us any information. Yeah, apparently we can only do that to major characters. Do we wander down there? This looks like a disheveled church. The inn, he said, was down here. Okay, things are bound to get worse now. Okay, this looks like a thing. Oh, you see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Let's see. Let's say what's going on. One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. Mocking us even while he shelters in our village. Just goes to show you what these fancy Aedir manners are worth. We don't take to that kind of treatment, not from foreigners, especially not from Adrians. Adirians. Adirians? I don't know.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
The second man thrusts his chin at the elf. He stinks of sour ale.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cock's feather!
Oh, Lord.
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely going into a fight. A collective cry of outrage rises among the three locals. The second man snarls, I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
So why is he like sometimes Irish, sometimes not? The horror and shock paint themselves across the elven man's face in a broad, hasty strokes. He says that stuff, frowns and swallows. He plants his feet, something surly and raw flickers through his eyes. And yeah, this is going to go down very quickly.
Wrong.
Let's see. Let's say this is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking than out here arguing? We don't want your charity either, foreigner. I squint at you through red, bleary eyes. It sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. Yeah, we are. Let's see what we can do. Okay, we're going to have an encounter here. Can we soul shock? Yes, we can. Are they coming towards me? Yes, they are. Great. Okay, and he's going to go ahead and... Wow, he made really quick work of them with his blade there. At the last of the attackers fall, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
I'm going to say I'm glad I could help.
Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts. Though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
Yeah, I'm really not. He straightens his hood, and you note that the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves, his boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath is sturdy and fine.
I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
Let's ask him, how did you manage to get stuck out here? That is something of a long story.
I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
Okay, sounds
And
reasonable.
how exactly did you come to be here?
We were separated near some ruins. That sounds
In
like a good
Griffin
response.
ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. In half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
Let's see. I don't think I want to be honest with him, but I'm going to tell him a
You
Biawak.
survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
Let's go ahead and ask him how
I'm
he managed to
afraid
cross
that was a
them.
matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
Did you make a rather lewd suggestion regarding one of the aggressors and his own sister? That he clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I see. I'm gonna say I should get going.
I, given recent events? It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Yeah, I'll welcome the help. So let's go.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Having more people is always a good thing. Let's go ahead and we will take all of their stuff. We've got some clubs and some clothes. Let's see what kind of equipment this guy has. He's got a scepter, and that's it. And he's got a book right there. It's going to be his... it's Grimoire. So he is a mage. I don't know too much about the mages in this one. We are going to go ahead and throw all that into the inventory there. Could possibly save some equipment for people we could potentially hire. I'm not entirely sure just yet if we can hire people. But now we have two folks.
Certainly.
So we have a mage and a not quite as magey mage. So yeah, it's a little bit, yeah. But we are at the inn. We should probably go in there and proceed with the quest. We'll do a little bit more adventuring around town later on. I'm probably going to do a little bit of it off screen just to see what's where and then come back and lead you guys through that.
Aye?
But we have, what does he have? We can talk to him and we can figure out what he wants to say. Oh, you can use them for what you should do next. That's actually a good thing. So we've got the innkeeper here, I would wager. We've got a few other people, and let's see, do any of them have custom names? A few of them over there do. He does as well. And so we actually have some people that are a little bit custom. What's that? Oh, we could look. What's with the disheveledness? Floorboards are sticky with spills that no one has bothered to clean. Ew. Do we have anything else we can look at? No. Let's go ahead and talk to her. Pasca.
Let's keep you.
Oh, hello and welcome to the innkeeper looks up. Oh, it's you, Tenfrith Toldeth? I'm Daffy Duck. Told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back and can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen, she laughs. So what would you like? Let's see what you have for sale first. Sure you'll find something to your liking. We have the finest cook in the Deerwood. I keep calling it Drywood. We've got oh, she's got some good stuff, but first things first, let's sell crap. We're gonna keep a medium heater. We don't really... Oh, which one's better? They're both exactly the same. So, I think we can just click it and it'll send it down there. Yeah. Which ones do we want to keep? We'll keep the battle axe. We'll go ahead and get the medium shield gone. I think the medium heater just looks better. It's just me. I'm going to keep one crossbow. We have stilettos, so I'm not entirely sure whether I want the daggers. But we'll keep an extra dagger as well. Keep one bow. So we're going to keep one dagger and we're going to keep one stiletto. We don't need any of the hatchets. We don't need any of the small shields. We'll keep the regular sword. We'll keep the Zarup spear because it's a one-handed spear and it's accurate. Also keep the poleaxe and the mace, I think. So we'll get rid of the rest of this stuff. Dupe, 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 dupe. Okay. We only need one of the daggers. We have a stiletto. Let's see what armor we have. Don't really need any of this. We're going to keep the scale armor. This leather armor is... It's an aesthetic choice, I think. Yeah. There are two different types of leather armor. Medium armor. Yeah. Nothing really important about it. This one just looks different. I'm not sure which one's going to look better, but we're going to get rid of the hide armor. That stuff just... I don't really usually use things like hide armor. Gonna keep the scale armor. We'll keep one of the leather armors. Okay, there's apparently a few different types of leather armor. What does this one look like? Ah, sweet. I'll mess with that off screen. If I don't like it, I'll just sell it. We're gonna sell the simple clothing as well. Why? Because frankly, it's not going to do much for us. As you can see, it doesn't really affect our recovery speed, but it has no damage reduction. Could compare and keep one. Let's see. Compare. Well, actually, the male armor is better, but we're going to still keep this. We're probably going to put on another character. But it's good to have a nice mix of stuff. Minor cloak of protection, which we didn't wear. We got a regular helm. Does this actually provide any kind of protection? It comes down to personal preference. So, yeah. Different cultures tend towards different styles of helmet, but outside the regimented armies, these types of helmets and individual wearers often comes down to personal preference. So I guess they just all give the same benefit. And we have a hood here, which is a little bit different, I guess. So we'll keep the helmets. We're going to get a decent amount of money from this because, frankly, we have stuff we can use. What else is in here? Miscellaneous. Got some torches here. We've got that tattered journal, which is absolutely worthless. We got hammer and chisel. We could sell the wolf hide. I think it's a crafting item, so we might as well keep it. I mean, we have plenty of room in here, so that is a thing. And we're going to go ahead and keep the gems. I have a bad issue of hoarding gems and stuff like that. If you guys know of anything they can be used for in the game, I would greatly appreciate hearing about it. But I think we're going to go ahead and trade that off for some gold. We're up to 845 gold, which is not too bad. And we're going to go ahead and try to recruit some adventurers. I'm going to do this off screen, so you guys won't really get too much out of that, but it's basically like character creation. I'm going to create probably 1, maybe 2 characters to come with us this way, and then I'm going to go ahead and rest, but that's going to be the end of this episode. We got rooms up here that give different boosts as well. I forgot to show that off. Basically, they give you different bonuses depending on which one you sleep in, but that, like I said, is going to be the end of an episode. If you guys enjoy it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back next time to tell you about the adventurers we choose to bring with us this time. And yeah, this has been Alzorath. Bye.